She's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and yes, this is episode 3 of Love After Lockup. I know y'all know this is like video after video, so let's just get into it. Lamar and Andrea. Jesus, Lamar has been in jail for 18 years. He and Andrea has been dating for 6 of those 18 years. This is a man that she did not know beforehand. She has 3 children who he has never met, and she is Mormon. He is not Mormon. She keeps saying he used to be a gang member, like of the Crips and the Bloods or whatever. I don't know. And it's just a whole bunch of craziness. So, they're in the car because she just picked him up from prison. And they basically just driving around LA. And he just looking around like, oh my God, things look so different. They must have stopped at Popeyes because he had a Popeyes cup in his hand. And I'm like, but was Popeyes around? I'm assuming Popeyes was around back then. But yeah, he it's just a whole different timeline. Things are just so different. And, it's just kind of crazy. And they bring up how he's currently going to have to stay in LA for a few weeks before he can move to Utah to be with her. Because, again, he's on probation parole from prison. And, they're driving the car that she bought him. Yes, she bought him a car. And she drove that car 9 hours to go pick him up. So they're taking the car to get a car wash because, again, it's been on roll all these hours. They had a goddamn car wash. And she is insecure. Because the dang on car wash attendant little girl was asking what he wanted. And he said he wants the works. And she said, oh, you want the works? I was like, I'm his fiance. Like, we together. Bitch, I think... Girl, that man first out of jail. Don't nobody want him. But you. Okay? And he like, babe, calm down. Like, she ain't thinking about me. And she's like, well, I just want to know because she all looking in your face and smiling and whatever. And can girls do that sometimes? Yes. But that girl at the damn car wash doing her job. And she not thinking about that man at all. He all in the passenger seat touching the money, saying how he hasn't touched money in, 18 years and how money feels so different now. Which is true. Because he probably used to the small face bills, not the big face bills. So I'm pretty sure he's just even seeing how money looks different. And hell, the car probably look different too because it's got all different buttons and stuff. But, they in the car wash, and she keeps saying how she's Mormon. How they can't have sex. But, honey, they going through the little car wash or whatever. He taking his shirt off. I'm like, what is going on here? He take his shirt off in here, and, they're in the car, and he kissing on her and hugging on her, whatever. This man fingered her in the car on the camera. And, he was doing it at first, and she was laid back enjoying it, baby. She was like, oh wait, cover the camera up. And then he put his shirt over the camera, but the goddamn shirt was thin, so you can still see the illusion of what they doing. And we can see her and hear her moaning, and we can see his hand in her lap. So clearly, so I'm guessing, but how long was the car wash? Because I'm pretty sure if he was doing that to her, and she was to him, and y'all know what that hand movement is. But I'm like, who does that in the car? Y'all could have just pulled over to the side of the road and did that. Like, going through the car wash, because the car wash, I've been through many car washes. They not that long. Like, they may be 2 minutes long. And at the end of the car wash, it's always an attendant drying your damn car. So now your hands dirty. You gotta, I just couldn't tie it, okay? So we then see them at a hotel. And she keeps saying, yeah, I told this man I can do all these things, I told him I can do these tricks or whatever, and I can't really do that. And plus, we can't have, she keeps saying they can't have sex. Girl, that man been in jail 18 years. He fucking something. If he ain't fucking you, he fucking somebody. And when she was saying how she lied in her letters, and she just now has to let him know what she's not able to do, I'm like, well, what can't you do? What Jews? She's like, I can't really bend like that. I'm pretty sure he can't either. And everybody know prison sex talk is just prison sex talk. It is what it is. And it was funny because he said they don't have keys to the hotel rooms anymore because, you know, we have cars now. He's like, oh my God, it's just so different. He get in the hotel room. He like, oh my God, what kind of he don't know about a flat screen TV. It's funny because he been gone 18 years, so he hasn't seen any of this new stuff. And he like, I would turn the TV on. I can't figure it out. You know, how does that work? You know, the bed's so soft. I ain't laid in the bed so soft and so long. And he's like, I don't know how he can't wait to show her how much he loves her in a sexual way. And she's like, you know, we can't have sex. You know, we can't do that. I'm Mormon. And then, but she closed the door and she's like, but, you know, I love him. So I'm going to please him in any other way. What? Now, when she said that, I draw the conclusion that means I'm a Mormon, so I can't have vaginal sex. However, I can give oral sex, and I'm guessing maybe anal sex. I don't know, because I don't know when someone says I can't have premarital sex, what do you call sex? I'm like, this Mormons, because if you, I mean, I feel like if you sucking dick, you might as well just have sex. Because put a dick in your mouth is worse than put a dick in your vagina. Let's be honest. And if you can please him in other ways, the only other way to please somebody to have an orgasm is to suck their dick or to jack them off. So I'm like, those only two of the ways. The only other way besides that is anal. And if you're doing anal, sucking dick, and jack offs, you might as well just save yourself some time and just have regular sex. But let's be honest, I don't believe not nail lie her mouth that her and that man did not have sex. She might be Mormon because she said, I'm not gonna have sex with you and go to hell. We can both be in hell together. I feel like if you sucking dick, you going to hell. It's a form of sex. You can't pick and choose. Sex is sex, girl. But she closed that door and said she was gonna please him in other ways. So her throat gonna be real hurting. We see, you know, Garrett and Joanna, and they're still together, even though she was pissed off him for staying out until 11 p.m. And again, he's cute. He's getting cuter and cuter by each episode. Let's be clear. And you know, Garrett is feeling like, you know, when I was in jail, you know, I was restricted. I couldn't do things, you know, because I was in prison. He's like, now I feel like I'm still in prison because Joanna is like a warden. Like, she consistently wants to know where I am, to know what I'm doing, and she wants me home all the time. It's the same as being in prison. He was like, you know, but he's been out 3 weeks and he's going to meet her dad. Her dad don't like that man. You know, Garrett says how meeting her dad and getting her dad to like him is not his top priority. I feel like he wants to have a little freedom, as anyone does when they got first out of prison. He wants to get a job and kind of get back on track. You know, you don't see many guys sometimes who get out and want to really do the right thing and, you know, get their life back on track. Someone want to hang out, you know, and just do dumb shit. He seems like he wants to do the right thing. Joanna, on the other hand, all she's looking for is, I want him to propose to me and us to get married. And that should be down the line, girl. So they at this little park or whatever, and the dad called like, where y'all at? Because I don't really want to do this shit, but, you know, I'm coming anyway. And I want to do it and get it over with. And I'm like, okay, daddy. So the father gets there, you know, he hugs his daughter all night or whatever. He's like, oh, so you're Garrett. Okay, well, the dog likes you. I'm like, why so serious, sir? So he is like an honest father. He said, look, based on my daughter's track record, I don't think this is going anywhere. Like, I know her, she do dumb shit, and I think this is a phase. Ain't nothing gonna come of it. So that's why I don't really want to meet you. Because he like, I don't see the point of me meeting you. I'm looking like you basically telling this man that he don't matter and your daughter not gonna stay with him, and so you don't want to meet him. And you know, Garrett the whole time was just like, oh, okay. So, you know, he asked Garrett, like, and he kept saying, he's like, y'all don't know each other. And they don't. He brought up, he said, y'all have only known each other once a week for the past 4 years. That's it. But y'all don't know each other. Like, you just know her from visiting you once a week. That's not a good way to know someone, honestly. Even if you do see, and then even if y'all talk on the phone all the time, you don't know someone until you actually spend time with them outside of a controlled environment. It's the same thing as if you go on a reality show and they be dating or whatever. Because you're confined to that space and to those times, it seems like, oh my God, I know you so well. But you really don't. Like, because it's not. You're in a controlled environment. You need to be in real life to know if you really love someone or want to be with someone. That's why I say you should always live with someone before getting married, because dating someone and have your own two houses is completely different than dating someone and living with them. Like, it can literally make or break you. So my thing is, I'd rather live with you before we get married and let us break up than be with you, oh my God, we're so in love, and then we get married and then we move in together and then I hate you and I want to murder you. Like, that ain't how I want to do. So her father's asking him, like, okay, so what's the plan? Like, what's your plan in life? And Garrett is like, well, you know, I'm out, you know, I want to get a job, I want to get a car. And, you know, the dad's like, well, that sounds all good, but like, what are you going to do? He's like, well, I've only been out for like a week. No, for a couple weeks, so I don't know y'all. I'm still getting stuff together. And the dad said, you know what, y'all should take baby steps to do whatever, but I don't think it's going anywhere, so it is what it is. And then he leaves. Dad, like, fuck this shit, I'm going home. So, and I feel like he's right. Again, they do not know each other. The next scene we see, Garrett asks us out car shopping. And I'm like, how he out of prison? Like, what, how was he car shopping? So he brings up how his grandmother loaned him $5,000 to get a car. So he at the car shop looking for a car for $5,000. You can get a car for $5,000. My first car that I bought, I leased a car once before, but when I bought a car outright back in 2009, I think it was, I bought like a 2002 Malibu. I paid, I think it was like maybe $5,100 for it, cash. And I was like, okay, I'm good. I didn't need no new. He could have gotten a car for $5,000. No, he went to a dealership, and they're like, we don't have any cars that really here for $5,000. It was a huge dealership, of course, but still, their cars was like $13,000, $10,000, or whatever. And they're like, well, you know, if you want, we can get you a car note, a loan to get one and get one finance. I'm like, don't do it, bruh. Don't do it. He's like, well, how much would the note be like on this car? And the car was $13,000. He's like, oh, we can get you probably one for like, you know, it'd be like a little less than $300. I'm like, no, don't do it. He like, well, I don't know. You know, I just got out of jail. I don't know if I can get approved. And the guy said, you know, let's go run your numbers. Some kind of way, he got approved for that car and drove off with that car off the lot. I'm like, did he have, I mean, but how? I mean, we don't even have places that say, you know, no one is turned down, we approve anyone. It must be that kind of thing, because I'm like, I'm just confused. He go home in a car, and he pull up honking the horn, and she come outside like, you bought a car? He like, yeah, don't you like it? She's like, you bought a car and not a ring? Like, I've been waiting for a proposal for what? For an engagement ring. I'm like, bitch, your priorities is all messed up. He like, well, no, I needed the car, you know, to get around, to get back and forth to work, and things like that. She pissed off. She don't care. She just like, this is stupid. But he is being like, not even a jokester, but he's being smooth. All right, he's like, come on, ma, come on, baby, come on, come to the car, you know, have a seat, my lady, you know. And I'm like, it was funny. It's the things guys do when they piss their girlfriend off, and they want to kind of, you know, smooze her over or whatever. And so she, you know, he brings her to the car, put in the car, and they, you know, drive off or whatever. And she's pissed off, and he's like, look, it ain't like I went out and bought a brand new car. Like, it's a used car. She like, what you want me to buy? A Pinto? He like, I got a used car. He like, plus I don't want people thinking, you know, he got out of jail. He ain't nobody. He like, so now he'll see me. They'll know I'm at least trying to get my life back on track. And she's like, you know, I wait all this time for you to come home and you buy a car. But I mean, should he have bought a $13,000 car? No. He should have got a cheaper car. Yes. He clearly didn't want to be seen in like a, you know, a piece of shit car. So he got something nice. I'm just like, how you gonna make the payments? Because you have to do a car note and car insurance. So if he likes it, I love it. And that was the whole thing with that stuff. Lizzie and Scott. Lizzie, who I said starting and bopping, and she's using Scott as a goddamn trick to pip off money or whatever. She's supposed to get out today. So him and his son is going to pick her up from prison. Again, Lizzie been posting thirst traps from prison this whole time she's been in there, and I don't know if anybody know that. And he gets to the guard gate, and he's like, okay. He showed them his ID. But Sean told the ID. They're like, okay, who you here to visit? He like, oh no, I'm here to pick up, you know, Elizabeth. We don't hear her last name. He like, all right, hold on. He gonna get like a little list. He's like, we have a problem here. I have a list of who's been released today, and her name ain't on it. And Scott looked like his whole heart fell out his chest. He's like, well, are you sure? Can I at least go visit her or something? And he's like, well, no, we don't have visitors today. You can visit her tomorrow. Like, tomorrow's visiting day if you're going to be in the area. He's like, well, no, I drove up 5 hours. He's like, what, is there someone I can talk to? He like, unfortunately, sir, I don't have that information. All they give me is a list of who's leaving for the day. Her name ain't on it. So, unfortunately, I can't help you. And, he pulled off and he wanted to cry. I think he cried in the car. I think he cried a little bit in the car. And, he's driving home. He gets upset. He pulls up because now he's throwing up. He's driving and he's puking or whatever in this open field of trees. And his son is like, I know he feels kind of stupid, but this is on him. I want him to just have to go through it, and then whatever happens, happens. And he brings up how, females in prison will give their tricks the wrong out date. And they'll give you an out date, and they've already left like a week before. He's like, so right now, I feel like she played me, and I just don't know it. And, I'm going to never hear from her again. She played me this whole time, because why would she tell me this is her out date, and she ain't getting out today? So, as she like, he got me. I mean, he say she got me. And as she's driving home, she calls him. Now, she calls him from prison. So, we know that she didn't get released. And he answers the phone and he's quiet. Baby, are you there? Just talk to me. And he's like, yeah, I'm here. And then she's like, I don't know what's going on. I was supposed to get out today. I don't know why I didn't get out. They won't tell me anything. And I'm just here. And I should be with you. But I don't know what's going on. I just don't know. I don't know. And he's like, well, I felt like you just played me. Like, you know what's going on. You want to talk to me. So, maybe I missed a trick. I can't believe you said that about me. You have my birth certificate there at your house. You have my social security number. You have everything about me. So I can't play you. Girl, you can get another copy of your birth certificate. And him having a social number don't mean he has to be with you. You know how many men's social numbers I have that I've dated? And they go, oh, girl, whatever. So he basically believed her that she don't know what's going on. And he like, okay, well, call me later and we'll get it figured out. And I'm like, bro, it's real. I just can't take, I just can't take it. Mary and Dominic is a new couple. I can't think of how old they are. I think they're in their early 20s. And, they were dating about a month before he went to prison. But he has been in prison for 6 years. So they were dating about a month before. He got locked up for a bar fight. He's done 6 years. It must have been a bad bar fight. He must have either killed someone in the bar fight or someone was badly harmed for him to get 6 years for a bar fight. Her face doesn't move much. To me, it looks like she's had bad plastic surgery, like a chin implant. She had both her lips done, and her face just doesn't move, and that's just weird to watch. But because we see photos of her from when she was younger, you can clearly see that she had worked on her face. But whatever. Her friend thinks she's being dumb as well. I think it's dumb because if you met someone and y'all dated for 30 days and he go to prison, bye. That was guys were telling me it wasn't meant to be. But she waited it out. Her friend thinks she's dumb. Her brother just thinks she doesn't know what could happen in the future. So her continuing to be with him is kind of crazy. And, I'm like, well, okay. So they're not married. I believe they're engaged. And some kind of way she was going to see him to get a conjugal visit. I was confused because I assumed or I thought only married people can have conjugal visits. But she's like, I'm going to see him for a conjugal visit. And I get to spend 3 days with him. We'll be in a private house. And, it's going to be fantastic. And I'm like, okay. Maybe in different states they have different conjugal visit laws. And maybe if you've been with someone the whole time, I don't know. So, they show her with her bags going into the prison. And then show her 30 minutes later coming back out. So I was like, what the fuck happened? This girl say they wouldn't let me in. They said they found drugs in my jacket. And she said it, or on my jacket. And she said it as if her jacket was made of licorice candy. And they found a goddamn lollipop in the lapel. And I'm like, the prison not gonna say there was drugs in your coat or on your coat if it wasn't. I think what happened is she probably tried to sneak some drugs in there, thinking because I'm having a conjugal visit and I'm not going in the actual prison, they won't search me like they would. And if I have drugs on the inside of my pocket, or if I sprinkled some damn cocaine dust on my jacket, they won't know. Because she said, they said it could be that she do drugs herself and it was a residue on her coat. And she could not have known it. Well, no, you know, you do drugs, you do drugs. So she's all crying, like, I can't believe this and I can't believe I can't see him. He's going to be so upset. He might be upset because the cocaine that you're trying to smuggle into the prison, he couldn't get. But, you know, I'm like, whatever. The last, Ella and James. You know, James is the ex-Marine. Ella is the ex-heroin addict. And, you know, they're going to meet their parents. Her parents are Russian. Her father is he looks stern and direct. There's a bit of a speech barrier because he words questions differently, basically, because I think he's trying to go from Russian to English. So, you know, he does word things differently, which is kind of different or whatever. But, you know, they meet up and, you know, it was a nice thing. The parents are kind of happy she's with someone who is, I'll say, stable. And, you know, the parents are aware that she was on heroin. And they're just happy that, you know, she's with someone else. Even the father asked, like, you know, why did you pick my daughter? He's like, well, it was just something about her from the moment we was writing each other. And I'm like, no, you picked her because she was pretty. You picked her because she had beautiful model-esque photos that made you fall in love with her because she looked beautiful in her pictures. In real life, she's pretty, but I have a feeling she's gonna start to look different. But anyway, he also takes her to meet his best friend. And, you know, that does not go too well. Simply because, first of all, the friend asked her, like, not to be, you know, in your business, but, you know, like, showers in prison. Like, how does that go? Why are you asking her about showers in prison? And she's like, well, no, I didn't take showers with people. Like, we had our own time to take showers, so, like, we wasn't just showering together. And, you know, she did explain how to do strip searches and how they would, like, make them cough and spread their butt cheeks and all this actions, which is crazy, but we know that happens in the prison. And, you know, Chris just thinks how it's a risky move for him to want to marry her and be with her fresh out of prison, especially since the fact that she was on heroin before. And, you know, and because they met in prison. And, you know, James does tell Alla, like, you know, the same way he's questioning you like this, once my family finds out that you were in prison, they're going to be the exact same way. So, you know, he's like, this is a mild version of what's going to happen. Because his family, who are from Chicago, his father's it's a cop or something like that. You know how they be. So he's like, this is how it's going to be, you know, when you meet them. So hopefully you don't get offended by the questioning. But Chris was kind of like over her, I think, in general. Because I think he thinks it's a dumbass idea. Because he was like, you know what? It's getting pretty late. You guys should go. And she's like, oh, we should leave. He was like, yeah. I was like, well, damn. And, you know, she said outside, like, you know, I get it. You know, I'm not offended. You know, I knew it was going to be hard because it is just something to have to be a part of someone's life. And people find out that you met through, like, a prison website. She's like, so I completely get it. I'm not offended. And I'm like, okay, if you like it, I love it. So that was my review for episode 3. The next 2 episodes, 4 and 5, I might do together. And it probably would not be up until late Sunday because it's 1:30 and I'm not finna watch them both. But I hope you guys enjoyed these first 3 that I did. I hope you guys will check out the show because it's a crazy, crazy show. But other than that, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.